Now is Remy Dairo. He is the President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast this morning.
Good morning.
Now, what makes employees productive? Vary. And for employee engagement, what exactly drives this?
You see, employee engagement has been the language that the world is, speaking today. But most of the time, we don't practice it. You want to engage your staff. You want to engage your employees to be able to perform and get results. So
perhaps they don't understand.
They don't even understand it.
So break it down.
So the word employee engagement is engaging the employees emotionally, physically, and then connecting them to work without them thinking about another thing in a technical language. What do I mean by this? I mean the management or the organization make an environment conducive for the employees to be able to say, wow, this is good. I'm ready to do this. I'm happy doing this.
When you say conducive, what does that involve? Does that involve having the right work tools, paying the right salary?
Environment. So when I say environment now, I'm talking about even the way the workplace is constructed, or the way the people are working. Some employer just say, work for me. Anyhow, you can stand, sit down there. Your table is
work from home.
Work from home. I mean, that's flexibility. Some will say, work here, manage yourself. Just give me a result. Just give it to me. But sometimes color, as simple as color, have a way of motivating employees to work psychologically. As simple as the kind of chair or the kind of table or the kind of environment, physical environment, have a lot to do with with employee engagement. Oh, when I come back from work, there's always this back pain. I don't
What's
care
the essence of this in an organization?
So productivity is connected to people's happiness. So the new productivity now is happiness. If I'm excited, if I'm happy going to work, I work very well. In fact, Gallup, a survey company in America was doing, I'm sure Nigeria doesn't have that data, that 70% of Americans who go to work are not engaged. And to say that the 30%, 16% of them are not engaged at all. I mean, they are not.
But
connected.
They are working.
They are working. So you can be at work and not work. And not working, but as the case may be. So that means people go to work. And
so does this mean that this is same as getting satisfaction from?
Yes, employee engagement leads to satisfaction, leads to productivity, leads to getting results, healthy living. You are not just thinking about the work. You are thinking about the employee as a person, not as a data. Oh, I have 20 workers here. What's happening now? You guys are not producing enough. I have 20. No, not just 20 workers. You have to think about the 20 workers in their mind. They have minds. They have psychology. They have physical body. They have a lot of things going through them in them before they can even get the results. So if you don't think about employee as people, as human beings, you will just be treating them like data in HR office. And you not get
that desired result from them. Remy Dairo, thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
My pleasure.
Joining me now is Remy Dairo. He is the President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management. Remy, it's good to have you join me this morning.
My pleasure.
Now, considering the private, public, and even the informal sectors in Nigeria, for instance, an average Nigerian in those sectors, is he satisfied with the level of engagement? How would you rate it?
In Nigeria, there's no data per se. But I tell you, globally is a issue, and then one of the issues there is that many organizations have workers who are not engaged. They are just there, they just need to go to work, earn some money, and then go back home. So the real engagement, it's done by few percentage.
What is that real engagement?
The real engagement is when your heart is at work, when your mind is there, spiritually, emotionally, physically. I mean, you are like, wow, this job we're going to do.
You're present.
You are present there.
Yeah.
So many people go to work, just like I said before, they are not working. They just appear at work. They might even click in and click out, but nothing is done. So they are pushing the work. So the society has eyes work, so we are pushing it. We are pushing it. We are pushing it.
Does this tell also about motivation?
Yes, motivation. So many employers now think, oh, motivate them, give them more money. And it was discovered in one of the research. I mean, if you can also ask around in Nigeria, that people don't just get motivated because of money.
So what motivates?
Yeah, so number one motivation is employees want to be involved. They want to be valued. They want their ideas to be counted. They want to be respected. They want to say, oh, there's a future in here. So if I stay in here for
I can aspire.
Okay. I can grow.
Self-development.
They want to be challenged.
Okay.
So I don't want to just stay here, be paying me. You know, so I don't just want to be here and then I give an idea, I give a feedback.
So what is the challenge of employers and corporations getting into, because we have so many human resources who are even human resource personnel that are qualified, globally certified and all of that. How come they're not bringing that knowledge into the workplace?
So one of the reasons is just being selfish by the employers of labor. I say,
how do you mean selfish?
When I say selfish now, I want my result. I want this to be done.
Okay.
I don't care about how you get it done. I don't care about how you feel you get it done. So sometimes they will say, leave your emotion at home. When you get to work, work for me. No.
Could it not also be possible that maybe it's even ignorance on that part? Because if you know that a motivated employee would even give you more results, the turnover will be more.
So one of the organizations that I know in Nigeria will use the other stick, dimensions. Okay, if you don't do this, I will sack you. So people work.
But does it really work? The carrot and stick. Okay, they talk about the carrot and stick.
So this time around, it's not even the carrot. I'm saying
you use the stick.
I'm going to beat. If you don't do this, I will get it. So people work, but internally they can fly at any time. So that's why there's a lot of staff flights.
What can be the consequences of that? Can staff who is not motivated sabotage the system?
One, they can sabotage the system. It can affect their health. Somebody says, but he came to work yesterday now. But he was at work, and then the person is already dead. Why? Because they are living dead. They are living dead in the workplace, and they're just pushing the work. And when they see their boss, they just pretend and say, we are really working, but within them, they are dying. So if you find an opportunity, they fly or they fight it.
Okay. Remi Dairo, thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Right.